I no go die like this.
Spread out! Find her! Find her!
Yes, Chief, we're on it!
She ran barefooted on her wedding night, white dress tearing on thorns, breath breaking, heart pounding like a drum in her ears. Behind her, voices, men, dogs, calling her name, not to save her, to find her. They found her veil first, caught in a branch, stained, not fully blood, but enough to scare them. And before anyone asked questions, the word spread, Karashika. But here is what nobody understood. She didn't run because she was afraid of the forest. She ran because she was afraid of the man she just married. Now let's go back and see how it all began. The wedding was beautiful, too beautiful. Music filled the compound. Laughter carried into the night. Money flowed freely. The groom, respected, wealthy, generous. That kind of man families pray for. The bride, quiet, observant, careful, not shy, careful. She smiled when expected, spoke when necessary, watched everything. Nobody noticed she never ate. Nobody noticed her eyes scanning exits. Nobody noticed she stood with her back to a door because everyone was watching the groom. She came to the village 2 years ago. No past, no family, just a story that didn't ask questions. People accepted it because the groom accepted her. And you know, when a powerful man accepts you, the village follows. But there were small things, strange things. For some reason, she avoided the forest. Even during the day, she flinched at certain songs, old chants, the kind sung during burial rites. One evening, a group of elders began a traditional song, soft, rhythmic. Her body froze. Her smile disappeared. The groom noticed, and for a moment, so did his eyes. The night before the wedding, she found the room hidden behind a locked door, and inside, silence, dust, and something else. Photographs, women, different faces, same house, same background, same position, standing behind him, smiling. None of them was known to her to be in the village. Then she saw some markings on the floor, on the walls, faded but intentional, not decoration, not culture, something older, something secret. And then she understood. But she still wore the dress. The wedding continued. She said yes. She danced. She smiled because she already knew the truth. He had done this before. Married them, kept them, and then they disappeared. But here is the part the village never knew. She did not fall in love with him. She chose him. She came for him. Midnight, room quiet, door closed. He stepped closer, slow, confident, certain. Now you belong to me. That sentence, that tone, that certainty. She didn't respond, but inside something broke. Not fear, but recognition, because she had heard these words before, not from him, from someone who never came back. And that was her sister. It came like a flash, like memory, a different house, same man, same smile. Her sister had written one note before she disappeared, just one line. He is not who he says he is.
He is not who he says he is.
Nobody believed her. The village said she followed a rich man and vanished. They called her Karashika. So this time, she didn't wait to disappear. She simply ran. The forest was not quiet. Torches lit the path. Men shouted. Dogs pulled forward. The groom led them. Spread out, everybody, spread out, he said. Find her, find her.
Where is she? I will not be broken.
But his eyes were not searching. They were calculating. Then something changed. A villager stopped walking, looked down. A shallow grave, cloth inside, white, old, not hers. Another grave, and then another. Silence spread faster than fear, and for the first time, the groom hesitated. Then they saw footprints, fresh, not running, walking towards them. She stepped out of the dark, calm, steady, unafraid, and then spoke.
You bury them well.
You should have buried them deeper. Silence. The groom's mask cracked slightly, but for the villagers, they stepped back, not from him, but from her, because something about her had changed. She wasn't breathing heavily anymore. No panic, no trembling, just stillness. And then someone whispered, Karashika. But this time, it didn't sound like an accusation. It sounded like fear. And far away in another town, a pastor stood in a new church, preaching. Be careful who you trust, he said. Not every woman is what she seems. Behind him, a banner, rebuilding after betrayal. Back to the forest, no one moved. The groom spoke first. You planned this? She didn't deny it. You married me to destroy me? She didn't respond. She only tilted her head slightly. No, she finally responded softly. I married you so you wouldn't escape again this time. Silence. So now the question changed. Was she a victim or a hunter or something the village created? Both stories were true. They said she ran into the forest to survive, but what if she stayed to finish what her sister could not? And what if the name Karashika is not given to the guilty, but to the woman who refuses to disappear? If telling the truth makes her dangerous, then what does silence make the rest of them? Because in the next story, 3 men will die and they will blame one woman, Karashika.